national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Dragic.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, DA. It'll be scary. Thanks. A lot of experience out on that floor in front of us, Brent. Your career spanned 14 seasons. Talk about how you saw the game differently as a veteran player versus the first couple years in the NBA.
Well, I saw it from the bench, quite frankly, as a veteran, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on now. I know that's not altogether true.
I think the game just slows down. You start to understand that there is a tempo and a rhythm, not only to any given quarter, but any given game and any given season. So it's really, Kevin, about the idea of it slowing down. And I did sit on the bench towards the end, Kevin. That is true.
A little bit.
14's still a good number.
But it turned out well for you.
Well, I get to sit next to you.
Well, it's a lot of fun. You're right. It's a lot of fun. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5, down low. And for the Heat, Jimmy Butler is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. A beautiful reverse layup.
Well, he might be 6'1", but Eric Bledsoe is fantastic with different kinds of finishes around the rim.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Bledsoe. Butler passes to Hero. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe against Butler. And Bledsoe, here we go.
And the length of Butler can be a real problem. You've got to respect his read. And this is a guy who can block shots from the wing. You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Bledsoe looking around. Floats it up for Giannis. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Outside Butler. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. Yep, that one goes in there. Adebayo's got his second bucket of the night.
No doubt that Butler continues to improve his passing. An excellent playmaker, really wants to make his teammates better.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. The Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Matthews with the steal. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Butler kicks to Adebayo. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
It's Matthews on the wing. He's guarded by Adebayo. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Well, Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the pass to Adebayo. Over onto Kumbo, and he overshot that one, missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis outside.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here is Matthews. The Heat getting the bucket. Pass to Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The wide open look here for Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Well, over time, the game has changed, and there's some new wrinkles to Lopez's game. And that introduction of space is helping out this offense.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
The first free throw is good. Have you seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season?
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next one.
And some of that we know it can happen with injuries to a star player, and you just are dismantled. But a lot of times,
like the Pacers with Oladipo, they were a different team the last quarter of the season.
It's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you, and you start to feel like, oh, well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games, no problem. Well, the league figures you out, and a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
The Heat shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
That's good from Hero. Both shots good from the stripe. And with the summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
We talk a lot about Russell Westbrook and the way that he attacks every game. I think in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo might be the same way, just tenacious and full of energy, and he fills up the stats.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Miami. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D.
Now here's Matthews. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Good.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age, and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
Count that bucket.
And Butler has really bulked up since coming into the league. You see his strength on tough shots with the contact.
And the Bucks with possession here. They lead by 4. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked, but the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
And that one's good by Giannis.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
It's Dragic with the drive. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, even though Dragic gets hit on the play, you clearly see it there. He possesses the strength and focus to get that one to go.
Bucks leading by 4. Bledsoe outside. To the inside. And to Antetokounmpo. Takes it down to Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Middleton can't get it to go.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
From the left block. Again, the Heat good for 2. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. Now the pass to Antetokounmpo, kicks it to Matthews. Pass to Lopez, floats it up for Giannis.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Dragic against Bledsoe. Iguodala outside. Dishes it to Butler. That one good for 2. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
And like whenever Butler slices to the basket, the D has a hard time matching his athleticism on these takes.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Bledsoe against Dragic. Bledsoe outside. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. No good on the 3. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
That free throw, no good.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Leonard. Robinson is subbed in for Jimmy Butler. The kick out to Williams. Shoots over Crowder. A shot by Williams, no good. And for Iguodala, Brent staying strong late in his career. He claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says, is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age where athleticism is going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. He's still effective.
That one drops. He ties it up. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very,
no kidding.
Very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, you know, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Korver finds Hill. It's stolen by Dragic. And it's the Heat on the break. Lopez with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Korver, no luck.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Got there early, and his anticipation of that play was rewarded by that call.
Outside Korver. Passes to Williams. All alone. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Williams has got it all tied up now for Milwaukee. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Iguodala outside. Pass to Crowder. Over Ilyasova. Miami no good on that time either. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Hill kicks to Ilyasova. Korver with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Antetokounmpo.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
The pass to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Fantastic pass from Korver there to a teammate who is left all alone, seeing the court well.
Dragic against Hill. Now here's Olynyk. T right on him. Here's Dragic. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Williams scanning the floor. It's stolen by Dragic. Here's Crowder. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
.59 seconds left to play here in the first. Now here is Hill. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Korver gets a wide open look. They get it back. Lopez, and the rejection by Iguodala. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And so he'll bring it up for Milwaukee, trailing by 2. Outside Williams. To the paint. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. The jump hook. Crowder pulls it in. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Rebounded by Korver. Hill has the open look. Cans it from downtown. And the Bucks lead by 1.
The rhythm and timing right there, impeccable, and the experience of George Hill to recognize when to shoot off of the pass.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Milwaukee on top, up 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are. Just have fish inside of it.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
They've got Iguodala. Olynyk is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Dragic, and it's Robinson in at the 3. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Now here is Hill. Got a hand on it. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
That's Korver's game right there. When that 3 ball is dropping, he is really, really dangerous, and it drops often.
Iguodala outside. Back to Dragic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nailed from three-point land. Robinson's got the lead, back up to 3 now for the Heat. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 41% for the game.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential, and it wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez, they committed to Chris Middleton, and now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
The shot by Williams, no good. The Heat leading by 3. Outside Robinson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Marvin Williams. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
No good on that one.
And one issue for the Heat for years now, inefficient shooting.
Well, young players are learning how to defend, so you need to do that first. But if you can't go down on the offensive end and you can't find ways to dig out of holes by shooting the basketball, you get down 10 or 12 points. Defense sometimes isn't enough. They've been the bottom third in points scored for quite a while.
And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Adebayo. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Bucks trail by 6. Hill dishes to Lopez. It's back to Hill. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
And he can't get the first one.
And the athleticism that George Hill can bring to the point guard position makes him impressive. He does it so well on both ends, especially when he's engaged.
The Heat making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Williams. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Kyle Korver. And he's good on the second. Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions. And because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor and that he's going to make the right play at the right time.
The Heat with the lead. Here's Nunn. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Rebound by Olynyk.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Heat have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. And then for Milwaukee, Lopez comes in for Ilyasova. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Hill. That's good from Hero. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive.
Yes.
And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Now Butler, after the missed 3 from Lopez, pass to Hero. From the arc, sinks the triple. Heroes got the lead up to 10 now for Miami.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep, and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Look at Milwaukee. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Miami, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And right now for Miami, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
Yeah, the body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Adebayo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
The first one falls.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
So he gets them both. And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
Here's none. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. None passes to Adebayo. Inside. Here's Leonard. Trains it from 9 feet away. Leonard's got his first basket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Bucks trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Passes it to Matthews. And the three off target.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Chalk up 2 there. Heroes got 8 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Milwaukee has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Down low, and Matthews throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Miami with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. And it's Butler missing. To the wing on the left. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Butler on the wing. Defended by Middleton. Stolen by Middleton. And it's the Bucks on the break. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
The Heat leading by 9. Here's Nunn. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. The kick outside to Butler. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will. Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Bucks trail by 11. Giannis outside. Bledsoe for three. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Shots good by Hero.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
So it's the Bucks now. Giannis outside. Bledsoe outside. Lopez outside. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Miami now. They're on an 18-7 run. Pass to Crowder. Outside Butler. Crowder against Williams. Crowder kicks to Dragic. Misses the three. Bucks trail by 13. Now Middleton. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Here's Dragic after Wesley Matthews score. And there's the pass to Butler. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his third assist on the night.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
Now here's Bledsoe. 7 points in the game. From outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Bledsoe's got 10 points.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Bledsoe against Dragic. Outside Butler. Here's Adebayo. And there's another one for the Heat. .156 left to play here in the half. Bledsoe kicks to Matthews. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
A different look for Miami. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Adebayo. Robinson comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Iguodala in for Hero. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
1:32 left to play in the first half. Knocked loose. Lopez dishes to Korver. Puts up a three. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Crowder's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Now here's Crowder. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. No good from Dragic.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Korver kicks to Hill. Shoots from the right block. Count it. Hill's got his second basket.
Yeah, smart play there. George Hill good at figuring out ways in the paint to score the basketball.
Hill against Dragic. On the wing, Iguodala. Back to Dragic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Heat lead by 15.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Hill. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by the Heat. Olenek's got 4 rebounds in this game. With 4 seconds on the clock, and Crowder with the basket on the assist from Robinson. That's now 8 points for Jay Crowder. And so it's the Miami Heat feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half. Start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. Ilyasova at the 4, with Lopez at the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Miami, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. 19-point game. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. That one a little long.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Butler. Nails the baby hook. Butler's got 9.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Here's Lopez. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
Now here's Bledsoe. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. 6 on the shot clock, and Bledsoe, here we go. And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
No good on the free throw. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
That one misses.
Just Eric Bledsoe, when he's in these games and you can see he's got hyper focus, he can become a big problem. Athletic, plays both ends of the floor, and that power from him at the guard position is very unique.
Goes back up, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Bucks second.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
That's good from Bledsoe. Bledsoe hits them both. The Heat leading by 19. Nunn passes to Leonard. Outside Butler from downtown. And no good that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now they need a basket.
Butler with the steal. Goes up and slam dunk by Butler.
And it's all about positioning for Butler. Once he's deep inside the paint, there's no question he's going to finish that one.
Bucks trail by 21. Bledsoe outside. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And Butler sends it back.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And here's Bledsoe. He's got 12. He kicks it to Middleton. Here's Giannis. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak. And Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Bucks trail by 20. And for Middleton, he was drafted in the second round by Detroit. Brent, they sent him to the G League, which he says was the turning point for him.
Well, I think he just got hungrier and realized there was a self-awareness part of this, that he needed to grow and he needed to maybe adjust some of his work habits. Went from an overlooked second-round pick to an NBA All-Star, Kevin. I would call that great focus. And now he wants to be a consistent performer on a nightly basis to lead this team to championship level.
And a moment to see numbers for Bledsoe. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And the Bucks with possession here. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Hey, I got to stay in front of Bledsoe. I love seeing when the little guy starts to fly.
The Heat leading by 18. Here's none. Guarded by Bledsoe. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Over Miami with another.
Well, he can be a good finisher at times in the paint. Leonard with the size and length to do more of this.
Bledsoe with it. He's got 14.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
For Milwaukee, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. First one falls for him.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Both good from the line that time. He'd have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Here's none. Guarded by Bledsoe. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Hero. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's guarded by Adebayo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Adebayo. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Outside Butler. Passes it to Crowder. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Antetokounmpo. And yes, it's good. Antetokounmpo's got 25 points in the game.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Nunn. Guarded by Bledsoe. Right side Leonard. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Matthews. Miami no good on that time either. Bucks trail by 17. To the inside. Here's Giannis. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Crowder. Here's Hero. He's covered by Matthews. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Following the score by Miami. Pass to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
How about the ferocity from Butler? Just exploding to the rim to take that one home as soon as the lane opened up.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. 11 feet away, buries the jump shot. Bledsoe's got 18 points. The Heat leading by 19. Here's Nunn. Outside Crowder. Matthews with the steal. In the corner, Middleton with it. Off target from outside. Heat have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Crowder, the pass to Nunn. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good Butler.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And so Butler nails both of them. Bucks trail by 19. Now here's Korver. Outside Hill. Got a piece of it. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Bucks have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Now Hill. He has 6. The kick out to Ilyasova. Butler with the steal. And Dragic with a clear path to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And everyone knows Butler is a lockdown defender, but also terrific at coming up with steals.
The Bucks shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. from 12 feet out, and the basket by Hill. Hill's got 8 points. And here's Dragic. He's got 6. Outside Robinson. Shoots from the block. Olynyk can't hit. Bucks trail by 19. Hill kicks to Korver. It's stolen by Dragic. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Now, you don't want to forget about the athleticism of Butler. Just a sick slammer of the basketball. You can't allow him to get to that launching pad.
Bucks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. The pass to Williams. Back to Korver. The Bucks working the ball around. The 3 from Hill. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Crowder's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dragic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, we all know how confident Goran Dragic is when it comes to scoring inside. Nice shot selection there for him.
Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hill against Robinson. Knocks it loose. Crowder with the steal. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Ilyasova with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Ilyasova.
Yeah, Ilyasova with the height of a big man. He's very much at ease and has a great release.
And the Heat making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. And both free throws good for Ilyasova. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. And it's good, 2 points. And that's now 6 points for Kelly Olynyk.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Dragic against Hill. Outside for Korver. From deep. Doesn't go for him. The Heat go the other way with it. Iguodala outside. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
Count it. Good.
When you give room to Kyle Korver, he's going to burn you. You have to play up on him and get him to drive.
Dragic against Hill. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. No good from Dragic. Milwaukee's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Williams can't hit.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Outside Robinson. Kicks to Iguodala. Right side Crowder. Just 5 on the clock. Over Lopez. And Crowder gets it to go on the assist by Iguodala.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
The Bucks really having a tough go here. Here's Hill. He's got 8. To the paint. Olynyk with the steal. Lobs it up for Crowder. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And so it's Miami, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Hill is out there with Robinson. Then there's Iguodala. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Dragic in at the point guard position. It's the group on the floor for Miami. And the shot is good. Lopez has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Bucks. The Heat leading by 23. Iguodala outside. He kicks to Robinson. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not in
NBA.
today's game, and not
sports.
with what's at stake.
Adebayo is checked in for Robinson. That one is no good.
Hill's smart about taking quality shots. He can play either forward position. It's a nice bit of versatility for a coaching staff.
And for the Heat, they're shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Iguodala against Matthews. 8 feet away. And Iguodala with a nice bucket inside.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Yeah, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
And Miami making a change here. That's good from Antetokounmpo. You know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional career. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
And here are the Heat now after the basket by Milwaukee. Dragic kicks to Hill, passes it to Olynyk. It's back to Hill. Another shot. Olynyk the pass to Hill. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And Miami making a change here. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. And the rejection by Leonard.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Kicks it to Matthews. Pass to Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Heat.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. The pass to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. Lays it up off the glass. Bledsoe's got 22 points.
Wow, the energy from Bledsoe in this one, excelling at turning on the jets and getting to the basket.
Iguodala outside. Adebayo down low. Covered by Giannis. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Middleton looking it over. Giannis inside. Adebayo on him. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Heat moving the ball around. Here's Hero, covered by Giannis. Here's Dragic, just 5 to shoot. Good D by Bledsoe. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Matthews, no good. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Bledsoe for 3. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range. Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's Giannis. Beyond the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. Leonard's got his 16th rebound on the night.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Giannis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players. Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Iguodala against Matthews. Here's none, and it's Leonard at the elbow. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them. Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Here's Crowder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Brook Lopez.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Leonard. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for
I'd
the
like
NBA.
to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Now here's Crowder. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the miss by the Heat. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Here's Middleton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Speed burst that time from Middleton, a relentless penetrator and not afraid to take the punishment.
And the first one at the line is good. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting 3-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
And Milwaukee has possession after the 3-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Here's Connaughton. They grabbed their own miss.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
It's Crowder on the wing. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. A second chance effort. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So both teams making some changes here. Bucks shooting 40% in the 4th. Here's Connaughton. Pass to Wilson. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Pass to Okpala. Williams against Hill. Here's Nunn. The 3-pointer, no good. The Bucks have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the 4th. That's about 43%. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Miami called for the foul.
Love how Bledsoe's forcing the issue, not bashful about throwing that athletic build around on an NBA floor.
And that one misses. Brett, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Here's Leonard, and the bank shot is good.
Leonard is a big guy at 7'1", so when the defense is all over him, he can use his height to overpower people.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. Floats it up for Giannis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Here's none. Guarded by Bledsoe. Leonard against Lopez. Leonard the pass to Butler. Over Middleton. The shot. No good. Good D by Lopez. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Lets it go from deep. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Bucket is good. But how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so.
No.
It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Free throw good. Giannis. And some changes here for the Bucks. Wilson, he's checked in for Lopez. Sterling Brown comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Matthews. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. There's the pass to Okpala. Here's Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Heat.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Iguodala. Over to the wing. Here's Okpala. Off target from three-point range. Here's Milwaukee now. Here's Brown. The kick out to Giannis. Back to Brown. To the middle. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jimmy, you have been outspoken about the need for maximum effort. Was it part of your plan to grab wins like the one we saw tonight?
It wasn't a part of my plan, but whatever works, works. I think we got a bunch of talented guys, and at times we forget how hard we got to play. On the road, at home, this is how we got to play basketball.
Jimmy, thanks for the time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.